Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, it's me. I'm not actually, in fact, dead. Yes, I'm just making a little update video to let you sort of know that I'm, in fact, not freaking dead. Yeah, so, while I do that, however, I am in a little game called Rise of Flight, where I'm flying a biplane. This is a Bristol F2B, I think. We're part of a squadron. We're going to go bomb some shit. And it's World War One, and we're in biplanes and stuff. Anyway, so and this here is Ginger, and he's going to be watching my back with those two big Lewis guns the whole way. Just so to make sure that I don't get shot down while I'm busy talking to you lot. At least he should be watching my back, because if he doesn't, then I am going to shoot him myself. So anyway, he knows the score. I start this thing. I need to. Okay, yeah, mixture's already on full. So we're going to follow these guys to the front lines, and we're going to drop some bombs. And while I do that, I'm going to talk to you guys about stuff. Right, off we go. Look at this amazing speed. We're going, what? 40 miles an hour. Oh, World War One biplanes. They're just the best. Anyway, so while we get going, as you can see, yes, by the way, I do have a big D for Dave painted on the side naturally. Look at that speed. Oh my goodness. Right, anyway, so yeah, I'm not actually dead. I've just been very, very busy. In fact, it's a bit of a running joke at this point that whenever I get like a sort of big subscriber milestone, it always comes at a time when I'm like really busy with other shit, so I can't really do anything special for it. And this time is basically no exception, because I recently passed 30,000 subscribers, I believe. Yep, 30k. And I've been like right in the middle of a whole shit ton of university work as that happened, so I wasn't really just completely unable to do anything special as a result. I had a big deadline coming up, the pre-Christmas one, and to cut a long story short, I basically had to build a prototype for a video game in Unity in about 3 weeks, and it was not easy. I literally had no time for anything other than eating, sleeping, and making game shit in Unity, and the end result was pretty rubbish, to be honest. Anyway, so but hey, if it gets you the old pass grade, who gives a shit, right? So anyway, that's what I've been busy doing, and then once I was done with that, I decided I was just gonna play my way through Dragon Age Inquisition, and hence I made that little video, which I'm glad you guys found amusing, because I thought it was amusing. So yeah, anyway, I'm done with all that now. I've got maybe a week and a bit before I end up going back home to see the family for Christmas. And in the meantime, I'm going to endeavour to get as much recording-y type stuff done as possible to make up for the recent break. But you know how it is, real life gets in the way sometimes. And that is exactly what happened this time. So yeah, and again, I don't really have anything 30k subscribers-wise planned. What I used to do was Q&As, but unfortunately there's so many of you now that actually doing those Q&As would be completely and utterly impractical. I'd be sat there for 30 videos doing doing just answers videos, and so it's just not practical anymore, so I can't really do that. I might do at some point like a live Q&A on Twitch or something that you can turn up to and ask me questions on. I don't know, I'll think about it, but anyway. Yeah, so anyway, I'm kind of going to be getting back in the saddle a bit over the next few weeks. I've already got, I don't know if those of you that follow me and any of the other guys involved on Twitter will know, I've actually done a sort of co-op miniature Let's Play thing with Variax, Zimolf, and Pemulizion, or just Pem for short, where we played a game called Talisman, which is a sort of, basically, it's a digitized version of the Talisman board game by Games Workshop, and it was actually quite a lot of fun. And the first part of that is going to go up on... Well, they're going to release theirs, I believe, on Sunday. I don't know whether or not I'll have mine ready. Probably will, but I can't guarantee it, because it takes forever to render stuff in Sony Vegas, so... might be Sunday, might be Monday morning, who knows, but that's going to be up fairly soon. I found it pretty amusing to play. You guys should hopefully find it quite amusing to watch. If you don't know what Talisman is, like I said, it's a board game by Games Workshop. And it involves moving around a board to try and get to the middle, and you play like a character, and it's sort of like halfway between an RPG and a board game. It's kind of quite fun, actually. I appear to be catching up to my little friends here. Good. That's the front over there, that big, dirty, great smudge of land. Whoa, steady there, let's slow down. Not that desperate to get myself shot down. I'll let you lot go in first, I think. We're going to go bomb some advancing Germans, some German troops, so hopefully, because I've got some mods installed, if we do get over there by the time this video is ended, we might be able to see a bunch of little German soldiers running along across no man's land, and we can drop bombs on them and stuff. I'll probably blow myself up with my own bombs or something, just you watch. I'm not very good at ground attack, so anyway. What was it? What's next? Yeah, so anyway, I did Talisman, so there's that coming. General sort of status report update on the other Let's Plays. Skyrim will be continuing as normal as soon as I start recording some more of it, because I've pretty much run out of episodes of it, I believe, unless I'm very much mistaken. So I need to record some more of that, but that will continue as normal. Oblivion will probably keep continuing as normal for a while. I might have an episode or two of that already recorded, I can't remember. I'll keep playing that for a bit because it's quite fun. Fallout 3 I will record whenever I sort of can get around to it. It's not really a priority Let's Play, to be honest with you. It's just sort of something I do when I feel like it, honestly. I really make no apologies for that, that's just the way it is. Fallout 3 is something that I can actually... Sometimes I really get in the mood for, but quite often I will play it and then I will get bored of it quite quickly, because the majority of Fallout 3 consists of just running around, you know, scavenging through filing cabinets, if you know what I mean. But I'll probably get back to recording a few more episodes of that at some point. Let's see what else. Dragon Age is what I've already said this, but what's going to happen with Dragon Age is I think once I'm done with the Dalish, that part of the storyline, I'm gonna go make a chapter break, just to free up the recording schedule a bit, because it's getting a bit hectic. And then we'll come back to that later. Isle 2, Stomovic, that should hopefully be done soon. We're on mission like 27 now, I think, last time I checked, and that's kind of a bit fucking ridiculous, because I did not plan for it to get that far at all. Honest to God, I didn't. I expected it to last about maybe 8 to 10 missions at most, absolute maximum, before I got my ass killed. But for some reason it's dragged on to like 27 missions, which is a bit insane, but I'm sort of compelled to keep continuing, because I did say I'd carry on until I was dead, since that's kind of the whole point of the whole Iron Man thing. But I can't imagine my luck's going to keep going for much longer. I'm going to get shot down at some point. So, yeah, we'll, but I'm sure that'll be done fairly soonish. We'll see. I'll just have to keep at it until I get my ass shot down, while simultaneously not obviously trying to get shot down, because that'd just be a bit crap, to be honest. I've got to play by the rules, you know. But anyway, the missions are getting really, really tough in that campaign anyway, so I have a feeling I'm probably not going to last much longer. Kaiserreich is finished. As you may be aware, you should hopefully be aware, but in case it wasn't clear, it is finished. The German campaign is pretty much done. I to be honest with you, I just sort of gave up in the end. Hello, there's a plane over there. Who would that be? Yeah, I pretty much just gave up because we got to a sort of stalemate in the campaign, which would have lasted until the end of the time frame, and then the game would have just ended and said, nope, no more years for you to play. So I chose to end that on a high note rather than just sort of getting my ass slowly and steadily destroyed like I did in the Russian campaign. So decided to call it quits while I was sort of ahead. So that's pretty much done, and I highly doubt I'll be coming back to Kaiserreich for a very, very long ass time, because that's the third campaign we've done of that. I'm a bit sick to death of it, frankly, at this point. As for that, what else is there? Oh, Alien Isolation. That's going to keep going. I would have done more of that by now, were it not for the fact that it's actually kind of awkward to record that at the moment, really, because the only time I can really record it, or really, to be fair, the only time I really should be recording it is sort of late at night when it's nice and dark, and so I can get properly immersed in the game and all that kind of gubbins, you know. That's just standard procedure when you're playing a horror game like that. Problem is, it gets kind of, well, you know, earlier on in the evening it gets kind of noisy around here, so that sort of rules out a lot of recording-y type stuff, especially for a game like that. And also, late at night, obviously, people are trying to sleep, and, like, the walls in this house, I swear to God, they're made of, like, fucking cardboard, because you can just hear everything. So I don't want to be playing, like, Alien Isolation at, like, you know, 1 in the morning, and then waking everyone up, because that's just not good. So that's been why, actually, it's quite awkward to record. Once I get back to Kettering, it won't be a problem anymore. So while I'm at home over Christmas, I can record shit tons of Alien and probably get the whole game done and dusted fairly sharpish. So yeah, there'll be more of that on the way, and I think that's about it. I will say that once IL-2 is done, and now that Kaiserreich is done, and Alien probably won't take very long, to be fair, I actually do want to do a Rise of Flight campaign, actually, because I was thinking, basically, my original plan with IL-2 was once I finished that campaign and got killed, I was going to start a campaign with a different country, which I might still do at some point, but to be honest with you, I'm getting a bit pissed off with IL-2, with its sort of Terminator T-100 AI, that can shoot you from a kilometre away with deadly accuracy and all that kind of bollocks. And my friendly AI, which couldn't, you know, fight its way out of a paper bag. So it's starting to piss me off a bit, is that game, to be perfectly honest. And I'm kind of really quite into the World War I stuff at the moment. I really am, actually. One of the things I bought on the Steam sale was actually a couple of the expansion packy type things you can get for Rise of Flight, which included this plane right here I'm flying right now. So, and I recently discovered Pat Wilson's campaign generator for the game, which allows you to do like a really, really cool, detailed single-player campaign career mode, which is actually much better even than... Holy shit, we're being attacked. It's a fucking albatross. Get out my face. Yikes. Debating whether or not to ditch the bombs. Yeah, we've been intercepted. Oh boy. Someone dropped a flare down there. Interesting. Ginger, give him what for? Your guns have jammed, haven't they? You numpty. Ooh. I'm taking hits. Get him. Get him. Show that dirty Hun who's boss. Oh dear. Who the sod is... It's one of our teammates, nearly rammed us. Oh god. He's stalled out. He's gone upside down. Okay. Well, I was going to say we might be able to out-climb him, but not with bombs attached to us. Good god. Ginger, what are you doing? Have you run out of ammo or something? Do I have to do everything myself? Seriously. Take that, you dastardly... This is not helping, is it? Where's my red flares? Help, help, I'm being repressed. People see the violent inherent in the system. Oh god. Right, I'm gonna have to... Bye-bye bombs. There we go. Dropped all the bombs, hopefully. Let's see if we can get this guy. Yeah, welcome to Rise of Flight, by the way. Here's a nice little introduction if you weren't familiar with the game, considering I was just saying right now, I was thinking of doing a Let's Play of it. Oh, Christ. I think I've been shot. Which is not good, because that makes... Oh, now the engine's got oil going everywhere, and... Oh, now you get back on the gun. You're the worst gunner ever. You really are. Where is it? There he is. Can't see anything through all the blood and oil spattered all over my goggles. Oh god. There he is. Come here, you... Gun's jammed. There we go. Oh, he's smoking. I can barely see what I'm shooting at. This is actually horrible. Anyway, yeah, so I was thinking of doing a Iron Man campaign in Rise of Flight, but as you can see, unlike IL-2, it probably wouldn't last very long, because I'm not a very good World War I pilot, it's got to be said. I've been doing a little campaign of my own in my spare time recently, just to sort of test the feasibility of it, and it's quite funny. I tend to get killed like every 2 missions or so. So I guess it wouldn't be a very long series, but whatever. I still want to give it a go. I knew I should have picked the extra 2 Lewis guns on the top wing. My engine's going to die in a second, isn't it? Oh dear. It just occurs to me as well, I think I might have dropped my bobs on our own side of the lines, which is not good. Someone's going to be very pissed with me if I survive this. Yeah, my engine's spluttering, oh god. Ginger, I think we've had it, mate. No thanks to you. Gonna have to make a forced landing and try not to crash into a tree. Or this river. Oh dear, I think we might be going into the river. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There we go. Wheels down. Huh. You useless bastard. Call yourself an observer? Huh. Well. Anyway. Yeah. So as I was saying, I might be doing a Rise of Flight campaign at some point, so expect more of this kind of rubbish. Essentially. Look at the state of this plane. Look at all the holes. That's amazing. I'm surprised we were even still flying. Well, I mean, technically we weren't, but I mean, I'm surprised like a wing didn't fall off or something. Tough old bird, the Bristol. Anyway, yeah, so... yeah, at some point I'm either going to be doing Rise of Flight or maybe a Silent Hunter career. And Silent Hunter, for those that don't know, is a game where you play as a German U-boat captain in World War II, so you're a submarine captain. Which is actually quite fun as well. But, yeah, anyway. I do want to do Rise of Flight at some point, because as you can see, I've been enjoying it quite a bit, actually. Look at the aileron. It's all bent. It's like completely bent out of position. That's hilarious. Wow. Anyway. Yeah, that'll probably be once IL-2's done, I imagine. But, you know, I feel like it's worth doing, because it's quite a cool game. In many ways, it's better than IL-2, frankly. And also, this year marks 100 years since the beginning of the First World War, so it's kind of appropriate in that sense too, I suppose. But anyway, enough about that. I think that's it. I think that's everything for this little update here. Aside from, I'm going to be doing a stream tonight. I'm going to be attempting to do a stream tonight. I've not had much luck in recently with this, because the internet here has been a bit unreliable, but since we got a new router, and complained quite a bit to Virgin Media about our internet, it seems to have improved a bit. I don't know, but then again, I haven't been doing much in the way of intensive stuff with it recently, so we'll see. I'm gonna give it a try tonight. I don't know what time exactly. Maybe sort of 9 o'clock-ish, I think. Yeah, maybe 9 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock even. Maybe go a bit earlier. I don't know. We'll see. I'll put a time. I'll say 9 o'clock, so 9 p.m. GMT. For now, but keep an eye on my Twitter. Basically, for those of you who do follow my Twitter, keep an eye on that because I'll give you updates on that as and when things happen. So yeah, that'll be the plan. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to stream tonight. I'm not going to say what I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to leave that as a bit of a surprise. It's mostly going to be stuff I bought on the Steam sales actually, recently. So yeah, but come along and see that. It'll be, by the way, it will actually be on my Hitbox channel rather than my Twitch channel, most likely. So for those that don't know what Hitbox is, it's basically just another alternative to Twitch, and I like it more because it doesn't have a chat delay and stuff like that, like Twitch does, which is really annoying. So I'm probably going to be doing it on Hitbox, and a link to my Hitbox channel will be in the description below. So you can go there, and it's just the same as Twitch. You make an account and then you can chat away in the chat. And yeah, there isn't a delay. Main reason I like it is there isn't a delay between the video and the chat. So if you ask me a question in the chat, I see it right away at my end instead of like 30 minutes later or something ridiculous like that. Wow, look at the artillery explosions. It's a miracle we haven't been blown up yet. So yeah, that's about it basically. Just thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update to tell you what's going on. And yeah, I'll see you again soon with some proper videos, I guess. And if you're able to make it, I will see you this evening on Hitbox, where I'll be streaming live and stuff. So yeah, that's it. TTFN, and I'll catch you guys next time.